This K&N air intake system is designed to increase vehicle power and acceleration by reducing restriction in the intake path. The intake kit fits the vehicles shown, as well as additional vehicles identified on the K&N website or catalog. The K&N air intake system is guaranteed to produce a measurable increase in vehicle horsepower. K&N has extensive testing facilities that include several chassis dynamometers used to precisely measure engine and drivetrain horsepower and torque. The kit includes components that have been designed or matched to the needs of the vehicle to produce a safe horsepower increase. Detailed installation instructions are included with this kit. The tools needed for this install are shown.
Turn off the ignition and disconnect the negative battery cable. Next, disconnect the mass air sensor electrical connection and then unhook the harness from the airbox mounting location. Release the two upper airbox retaining clips and loosen the hose clamp, which secures the intake tube to the throttle body. Unhook the crankcase vent line from the valve cover port. Remove the upper airbox assembly from the vehicle. Then remove the lower airbox mounting bolt. Lift up the lower airbox and remove it from the vehicle. Detach the two airbox mounting grommets and the bolt. Remove the lower rear throttle body mounting bolt shown. Note, this bolt will be reused. Install the tube mounting bracket onto the throttle body and secure with the factory bolt. Slip the provided silicone hose onto the throttle body and secure it with the provided hose clamp. Fasten the provided rubber-mounted stud onto the airbox mounting bracket using the provided hardware. Install the provided heat shield mounting bracket onto the heat shield. Press the edge trim into place onto the heat shield. Set the heat shield into position on the rubber-mounted stud and then secure the heat shield with the provided hardware. Install the 90-degree vent fitting into the K&N intake tube. Remove the two screws which secure the mass air sensor into the factory airbox and then remove the mass air sensor. Install the mass air sensor into the K&N intake tube and secure with the provided hardware. Slip the Venturi insert into the K&N intake tube. Slide the K&N intake tube assembly into the silicone hose at the throttle body and align with the tube mounting bracket. Then secure with the provided hardware and hose clamps. Assemble the crankcase vent hoses and 90-degree barbed fitting. Install the short length of the crankcase vent hose onto the valve cover port and then attach the open end to the fitting installed on the K&N intake tube. Secure the K&N air filter onto the K&N intake tube and fasten with provided hose clamp. Reconnect the mass air sensor electrical connection. And lastly, reconnect the negative battery cable.
It will be necessary for all K&N high-flow intake systems to be checked periodically for realignment, clearance, and tightening of all connections. Failure to follow these instructions or proper maintenance may void warranty. This intake kit is not legal for highway use in California or other states adopting California emission standards. Check our website for up-to-date information on emissions legality for specific parts on specific vehicles and for a list of the other CARB adoption states. K&N makes products for nearly every vehicle on the road. The K&N website allows you to search products by vehicle or dimension, download installation instructions, view dyno charts showing typical horsepower gains for this product, and view product details. For more information on where to buy K&N products, go to knfilters.com.